continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neal as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington.
Rodney Harrington has been found guilty of murder in the second degree, a crime that carries a maximum penalty of life in prison. And now Stephen Cord must find some new evidence or some error in the trial proceedings on which to base an appeal.
Take a break, Stephen, with me. Just a small one.
No time. You have to file an appeal. And I got something great to hang it on. Defendant's lawyer was inadequate.
Nobody blamed you, Stephen. It wasn't you.
No, don't say it. Don't make it worse by saying it wasn't my fault. I was there. I know what happened better than anybody else.
You feel that way. I'm sure no one else does. I'm sure Martin Peyton...
Don't hear about Martin Peyton, especially from you. You're beginning to sound like a road company version of my mother. I don't need an interpreter. I know how he feels. Rod's convicted and I'm dead. The only thing he has to do now is to find somebody to bury me.
Get it all out, Stephen.
It's out. I'm all right. Just give me a few 100 years.
I don't know if I can wait that long.
Oh, just a few hours then. Right now, I need to work.
All right, I'll see you later.
Betty? Thanks for the use of the hall. Yes?
Long distance on one. Mr. Lawrence from California.
Swell. Hello?
Stephen?
Yes?
Richard Jensen is on his way.
Jensen?
That's right.
Well, that's great. That is really terrific.
Why the sarcasm? You wanted him, didn't you?
Oh, I did indeed. I mean, that is what I've been paying you $50 a day to do. Find Jensen, find Stella Chernak's past.
What's the problem, Stephen?
Rodney Harrington was found guilty today. Jensen was just a little late. Just a little late.
Ahoy, fair lassie.
Hi. Is Norm here?
No, just us two old-timers. Me and old Ben Franklin's almanac. Avast below, arms coming down. Thank you. Did you ever see such a mess of stuff in all your life? The trouble is, it's just as old-fashioned, out of date as I am.
I was sure he'd be here.
Well, I wish you were. Maybe I'd quit dawdling around and get on with my inventory. Every time I pick something up, a whole batch of memories comes crowding in, and I'm stopped for another hour.
Well, I'm worried about him.
Oh, nonsense. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Look at there, a hoarder. That's what I am, a regular old pack rat. I save every piece of string and every scrap of paper.
Norm saves things, too.
Yeah, well, all men do. But tell him, in the end, we throw them all away. Well, now look here. What is it? What happened?
Well, Norm's really upset by the verdict. He blames himself. I came home and found him sitting alone in the apartment. first I thought he didn't really want me there.
He didn't want you to see him in a moment of weakness. No man does. They think only women are allowed.
I just wanted to help.
Of course you did, my dear. But sometimes a man has to face things alone. Otherwise, he gets feeling that he isn't a man. Do you see what I mean?
I think so. But we were so happy. Now all of a sudden, the bubbles burst. It's like we've been kidding ourselves all along.
Oh, that's a lot of nonsense.
Maybe he married me just out of pity because of what I had to say about myself on the stand. And now with Rod convicted, he blames me.
Hey, come on now. You know better than that. You kids took a chance when you got married, but so does every young couple, one way or another.
You really think we have a chance to make it together?
So much so that if I'm wrong, I'll eat old Ben Franklin's almanac. Now look here. You go on home and wait for your husband. Be patient. And when Norman comes home, let him do all the talking.
I ran away. When they announced the verdict, I ran off. Well, I would have, too, if I could. Are you okay? Phew. How do you do it? I mean, how do you keep from tearing this place apart, breaking the walls down?
Well, I've thought about it. They just put me in a stronger cell.
What do they call those guys that, well, who never let anything get to them?
Stoics? Hey, Rod, if you're so smart, how did you end up here?
You can't take it like that. Don't you want to explode at somebody? You want to hit me, Rod? Go ahead. Hit me right here.
Who do I blame?
It was just a kid fight. A plain old kid fight. How did it get out of control?
The minute Joe's head hit the pavement and he died, then it was the big leagues.
My brother's on trial for fighting my battles. My enemy. And I get married, play house, and think I'm going to live happily ever after.
Norman, don't.
If it would save you, I'd give up Rita. I swear I would. If it would set you free, I'd never set eyes on her again.
I never want to hear you say that again. I mean it. The only decent thing that has come out of this whole mess. You and Rita.
I'd better go.
My mother told me. I couldn't believe anything so wrong could happen. I
couldn't either. I guess I still don't.
Are you frightened?
Oh, yes, Allison, I'm frightened.
I wish there was something I could do.
You came here. That's something.
Did you think I wouldn't?
I wasn't sure.
When will you know?
Sentence? Monday.
That won't be the end of it, will it?
Oh, no. Stephen will file an appeal, and if that doesn't work, he'll file another one. He says that these things can take years.
Something will happen.
You keep thinking that.
You have to believe it, too. You have to, Rodney.
Sure. Why don't you sit down?
Oh, Rodney, I've been so awful. All this time, all you've been through, I've just been wrapped up in myself.
Look, you were sick.
Yes, I was sick. Doesn't seem like much of a reason, not when I see you here.
Allison, all during my trial, life went on. People died. People were born. Norman and Rita got married. The world kept spinning. The fact that I was in trouble didn't freeze things in their place. Of course, you were wrapped up in yourself. I think something happens to people when they visit a place like this. I think they say things they feel they have to say. They get confused.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing, just that there's no point in talking as if I'm going to get out of here tomorrow.
Does that mean we shouldn't talk at all?
I don't know.
Maybe I shouldn't have come here. Maybe it makes things more difficult for you. But I do still care. I do care, or I wouldn't have come.
Allison.
It's not something I feel I should say. It's something I feel.
Please.
Rodney, if you have to go away, then I'll be losing something. I'll lose something, too. I know that now, and I want you to know it. I wish I'd told you yesterday, but then yesterday's past.
Oh, lady, I swore I was going to send you out of here. Oh, Alice.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.